Okay, so performance throughout your cycle. Let's get into it. So if we break down the menstrual cycle into 4 different phases, first one we're starting with is the menstrual phase. So this is when you're bleeding. It lasts typically between day 1 to 5. You usually have lower perceived energy and fatigue during this time, as well as your hormones are at their all-time low. And then moving into our second phase, so this is our follicular phase. This is usually the phase where people tend to feel their best. So it's between day 6 to 13 approximately. Again, like I said, so they usually have higher perceived energy and performance. And then if we move into the third phase, so now we're entering the latter half of our cycle. So this begins with ovulation, usually happens around day 14 plus or minus 2 to 3 days. This is when the egg is then released. And typically when this happens, there's a rise in estrogen, which then creates an increase in tissue laxity, as well as we now have a perceived increase in power, performance, and confidence. And then if we move lastly into the luteal phase, so this is the dreaded phase that most people have the most symptoms in, so usually between day 14 to 28. There's an increased injury risk during the latter half of your cycle. You have an increase in fatigue, usually increase in body temperature, so our temperature rises once we've ovulated, and then usually a lot of people will suffer with bloating, cramps, mood swings. Yeah.